you have any trash talking that I don't. Because whenever I get an interception, I do the bow and arrow.
You do?
What do they say about it? They're always like, no, don't do the bow and arrow. Don't say the J word. I'm like, what's the J word? They're like Josh Norman. So I wanted to know how, like, do you think you guys will have better communication like this year? Because you guys have another year.
A whole lot better. Last year we was trash. Last year we sucked it up pretty
I mean, hey, DJ got like 3 or 4 picks. So. He stole some of yours, though.
He stole some of
Yeah, okay, so that was Josh Norman in Israel meeting one of his fans who they've met before, Eliana Piapsh. Her father, Elie, is here. So, I mean, we don't even get that kind of access to Josh. We can't ask some of those questions. He admitted to her that they were trash as far as communication goes. Kind of funny. Obviously, you are a diehard Redskins fan. You started watching when this guy was starting to play, which is really a long time ago. They leather helmets. Just give me the background on how your family became diehard Redskins fans.
Well, you know, I grew up, my dad actually was a Cowboys fan.
Oh,
so
really?
That kind of works, right? Do I need to explain anything more?
Right.
But yeah, I grew up always loving the team, just as Joe Gibbs was joining. And I looked at the team, Joe Gibbs, such a great role model in so many ways. Even as a kid, you could see that there was something real strength to him. 16 games this season was kind of easy to follow. And I just loved every aspect of the game. I loved RFK Stadium. I loved the stadium rocking. I loved the rivalry with the Cowboys. And actually, Eliana and I had an opportunity last year to continue that rivalry in Israel. Roger Staubach was visiting Israel, and we went over and we had a nice little red towel, and we took a picture with him. After the photo, he takes a look at and you show him the towel, and what's on the towel? It says "Beat Dallas." Okay, so he cracks up and he says, "I love the fact that I have been playing in 30 years, and I'm at 6,000, and the rivalry is still alive and well."
It is,
and that's what I love about it, and that's what I think my daughter loves about it. I think that's what we all love about football.
Well, you mentioned your daughter, so let's live via special circumstances here. Let's bring in Eliana Piapsh from Karnei Shomron. She joins us now, the diehard Redskin. Hi, how are you, by the way? It's a 7-hour difference. So you should be in bed right now, but you're not. You're joining us with your dad. How are you?
I'm good. The good news is that tomorrow is a holiday, Jewish holiday, so I get the day off from school.
That's awesome.
So, how did you become such a big fan? Your dad said he was, and a lot of times it doesn't transfer. Like his dad was a Cowboys fan, but you're as big a fan as anybody out there.
Yeah, well, it's the first game I remember was one time the Seahawks played the Redskins, so we used to live in Seattle. So my sister chose the Seahawks, like to root for them, and my dad chose the Redskins. I had the tough choice, and I chose the Redskins. And then I didn't really follow until about 2012, our RG3's rookie season. And then I watched like a couple of games. I watched the playoff game live, and then I kind of started in 2014. I watched like all the highlights.
Sure.
And then I started watching them live.
All right, so the way the story goes, as I understand it, is that you were already a Josh Norman fan before he became a Washington Redskin, and then here he comes to Israel on a visit. I know you met him at training camp before. Just can you talk about how that hit you, that reunion, and the fact that you have a little budding relationship with Josh?
Yeah, it's crazy. I was just kind of like, I was at home. It was at like 2 in the afternoon. My mom comes in. She's like, all right. He's in Shiloh, we need to go. And I'm like, what? He's in Israel? I had no idea. So we went in the car and we went to Shiloh, and there he was. So, I mean, then I just got to speak with him, which was so nice. Like everybody there was just like, wanted me, they could keep talking. And I thought I was going to be able to be there for like maybe a minute, have him sign a few things, and that'd kind of be it. But instead we were there for like 5 minutes just talking with him.
Yeah, you get better access from Josh than we do.
Yeah, very true.
And we're here.
Yeah, so
come to Israel.
We'll come. We'll come to Israel. We'll do a show from Israel. It'd be great. And so you travel back and forth, Dad, right, from Israel to here, right?
I do.
Right?
I do. I enjoy coming back and forth. I enjoy both showing the best parts of Israel
Sure.
In the States and the best part of the States in Israel, and a lot of that is football.
All right. Eliana, obviously your squad didn't do so well last year, and as Josh told you, they got to shore up some things. What would you like to see be done by the Redskins in the upcoming draft?
In the draft, I probably want a corner, because from what I can tell, Rashad Breeland's probably going to want a lot of money, and we're not going to have that much to go around. So I probably want a corner, because we also lost Kendall, so I think that would be best. And if not, probably defensive linemen to add up with Jonathan Allen and Matt Ian.
And as you see the trade to get Alex Smith here, did that excite you?
I personally wanted Kirk to stay, but I knew that would have cost us a lot. But if it wasn't Kirk, I'd like Alex Smith, and I think he's going to bring a nice element to the team, being like a veteran gone to the playoffs. I mean, Kirk's gone to the playoffs, but let's win a couple of playoffs. That'd be good.
I know, Dad, you guys talk often, but do you have a question for your daughter?
You know,
Put him on the spot.
Yeah, put me on the spot. I know that you're into the combine.
Oh, yeah.
So is there anything that you've seen in the combine that you think is exciting for the Redskins?
I don't know. There all the time there are like a lot of guys who like start out as we think like third or fourth rounders. Like last week, like on Reddick, and then he moved up to being middle of the first round. So I feel like that would be interesting to see the combine, see players rise. Sadly, sometimes players also fall. So I feel like that's very interesting, and just to get to know some of the players. So when draft day comes, you know if it's a good pick, bad pick,
Right.
stuff like that.
I know that Josh surprised you with what he wears around his neck.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. I was like, sometimes like they wear like a cross, but like not there, or like something. Usually it's never like if they do wear something like Cuba, they never really know what it is. But this time he knew the translation, and I felt like that was very cool.
Yeah, so,
Explained what he was wearing.
So he wears a necklace that says the word Chai, and Chai means life. So it's a very common kind of thing to wear to show affirmation. But in Hebrew, every single letter also has a numerical value, kind of like Roman numerals. So Chai is 18. So when Eliana saw Josh, she said, "You should give it to Josh Doxson because he's 18.
Oh, yeah, good point. And we're looking right now at video of the, I guess, training camp when he signed the gloves. Which is just spectacular, by the way. He signs gloves, and then later on, he's in Israel. It just kind of blows your mind.
And it was funny because when that happened, like he immediately stopped when Eliana said that she's from Israel.
Right.
And not surprising. It's not what you were expecting coming out of training camp. You see a girl. But apparently, it really did connect with him because he said he remembered her.
He's well traveled.
Yeah.
He travels a lot, so and I think that's the best way to educate yourself. You can travel. Make sure you travel the world and learn it.
Eliana, what do you want to happen for your Redskins?
I feel like in free agency we should try and get a receiver, because I'm not so thrilled with the wide receiver class going for this draft. I obviously hope Allen Robinson, and I'd want us to probably re-sign Zach Brown. I feel like there's not many people with that much speed, and he played really well last year. And then just play the best that we can and make and win a Super Bowl.
I would like that too. Eliana, this is as far as we've ever gone, by the way, on Redskins. We thank you so much for joining us from Karnei Shomron. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your devotion to the burgundy and gold. And when you come back to the States, we'll have you on the show here.
Come sit down with us.
Thank you so much.